Well, good morning, everybody. This is Mr. Kinney. We're going to go over a few of the questions from the test review for solutions and molarity. And period 4 had the following requests. I'll go over those first. And let's see. First one was number 3. What is the maximum amount of sodium chloride that can dissolve in 300 grams of water? Now, in this particular problem, you could look on a solubility chart right here, but we've given you the solubility. And it tells you that at 20 degrees, 36 grams of sodium chloride can be dissolved into 100 grams of water. So let me go ahead and set up that. 36 grams NaCl in 100 grams of water. So that's just how we set up this proportion. And this is at 20 degrees. And this problem is asking you, if you had 300 grams of water, what's the maximum amount you can have in solution? So let's just, now it's just going to be a proportion, because this will stay, at 20 degrees, this ratio will always stay the same. We just make this 300 grams. And this will be X grams of solute. And I'm pretty sure if we multiply this, we're going to make, it'll be 300 times 36. Well, actually, this will divide out. Let me multiply both sides by 300. That cancels here. We multiply by 300 here. These two zeros will cancel there. And what is 36 times 3, period 4? Come on, get your calculators out. Okay, it's going to be 36 times 3. So at 20 degrees, you could have, what did you say it was? 108. I'm hearing that multiple times. Okay, so you could have 108 grams of NaCl dissolved into 300 grams of water. Okay, so that's what that's just telling you. So that's the amount of solute you can pour into 300 grams. Yeah, you shouldn't play with scissors, okay? So, number 4, what is the solubility of sodium sulfate if only 12.4 grams can dissolve into 5 grams of water at 20 degrees Celsius? And there's a reminder here to tell you solubility is measured in grams of solute per 100 grams of water. So that when you look at this chart over here, it's telling you if you had a beaker with 100 grams of water, this chart lets you know how many grams of these various salts and molecules can be dissolved at these different temperatures. So let's come back over here. They're telling you, we've already got part of a proportion here. You can have 12.4 grams of sodium sulfate. Oh, sorry, sodium. I'm embarrassed. I put an S. Okay, don't. Okay, and it's already on there. Can't hide it. SO4. So we got 12.4 grams of sodium sulfate can dissolve in 5 grams of water. Okay, well now we want to get it to regular solubility, and regular solubility curves are in 100 grams of water. And so now it becomes a proportion like this. Let me zoom in so you can see that better if you're watching this on YouTube. So the information said we can dissolve 12.4 grams of sodium sulfate into 5 grams of water. And we want to know what the solubility is. So we have to have it in terms of how many grams of solute per 100 grams. Let's now multiply both sides by 100 grams. Get your calculators out, please. And before we do that, 5 goes into 5, 1. 5 goes into 120. What is 20 times 12? Well, let's see. Is that going to be like 250 or 60? What'd you get? 200 and what?
48.
I hear 248. Do I hear it twice?
Yeah.
Okay. 248 grams of sodium sulfate per 100 grams. So this would be the solubility. Sodium sulfate, boy, you can pour a lot of stuff. That'd be a really thick solution. You talk. Oh, sorry. Got off there on the side. That's supposed to be, that's supposed to be 248. That was terrible printing on there. And let's see, coming over here, number 5. Describe each of the following types of solutions. So saturated, that just means you've got more solute than you can dissolve. So you've got a solution, it's probably got crystals sitting on the bottom. Unsaturated, well, you've got less solute than you can dissolve. Okay, I'm just going to put, then you can dissolve, okay, right down there, okay? And supersaturated, you have more solute. Basically, it's like saturated, but some things will let you have so much more in there, and then if you disturb them, so I'm just going to put similar to saturated. Number 6. Describe how a precipitate, a solid, can be formed in terms of solubility and solution concentrations. If you add more solute, let's say it's salt, than the water can hold, you will have a solid drop into the bottom. If you add more solute than the water can hold, you will have a precipitate, I'm going to abbreviate it PPT, a solid form out. You've done that with cereal in the morning. You put too much sugar in, it dissolves a little bit, but a lot of it stays in. What generally happens to solubility as the temperature increases? Well, you look at these charts. Here's the temperature increasing, and most of these, the temperature is, the solubility is increasing. Gases won't do that, and like hydrochloric acid won't do it. There's a few things, they tend to be less soluble. You heat them up, they tend to bubble out. But a lot of salts, you can dissolve more salts. Again, a salt is a metal bonded to a nonmetal. Oops, put the next one there. What generally happens to solubility as the temperature increases? Solubility increases. And I'm just about out of time. Well, I don't think we're... What is the mass? You know what? I'm going to break this video right here because class is about to end and it'll be noisy. I'll resume this in a little bit. Bye, everybody.